Hi guys, good afternoon. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you'll be the first to be notified when I post a video or anything. So right now, as you can clearly see, I put some butter in the pot, and now I'm gonna put 2 chicken cubes in the pot. Let me show you. This is all I use to cook my rice, and I'm gonna show you everything. So that's it. Chicken boya cubes, just 2 of them, and a little bit of water in the pot. And if you look, you can see the size pot, so you know, just maybe 1.5 cup of water. And I only put 2 cubes of this in the pot, so I'm gonna drop them in, and I'll be right back. Yes guys, I'm back. So I put the cubes in here, so I'm just stirring it around a little bit. But before I finish, I am going to put garlic powder some garlic powder. Just sprinkle a little garlic powder, if you can see, in there. And I'm just quickly putting that there. And then some onion powder. And that's all I use to cook my rice. And my rice is jasmine. That's the one I like to use. So I'm gonna let this, work in together. I don't use no salt in my rice. I just what I show you. So guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. It's Resilient Queen in the kitchen here today, cooking up a storm. And I had some chicken. Let me show you my chicken. I am cooking some chicken. This was called hen. I think some hen chicken, whatever. I got it at a food pantry. One of those, they call those places that they go and give away food. I went there and I got this. So I had it in the fridge. So I took it out and seasoned it up. And I put some curry, turmeric, all the seasoning that I use on a regular basis in there. So now this is simmering down. I haven't even put no water in there yet. But because it was icy when I cut it up, now I gotta turn this one down. It's simmering. It's simmering down. So I gotta turn it down and then go wash the rice and put it in there. I'll be right back. And guess what, guys, don't forget, this is pimento seed. Some people grind it to make black pepper, but I just like to put a few of the seeds into my meat to give it a nice little flavor and stuff. So I'm going to put some of this in there and then add some water. I already cut the seasoning that I have already in my fridge. I did not have to go out my way. I like to work with what I have at home. If I have it, then yeah. If I don't, I just use what I have. I am just testing my skills, my knowledge, my understanding of everything around me. How can I use it without be a burden to other people? So if I can find something in my kitchen to cook, I'm going to make it into a meal. And that's me. So, that's me. Anything I see in my cupboard, I am going to think of something. The only thing you have to remember is once you have good seasoning that your taste bud like, because everybody's taste bud with seasoning is different. Everybody prefer a certain kind of seasoning to season their meat. Some people are universal in this stuff, or some people share the same sentiment. Oh, I like to use the same thing like what you like to use. Yeah, it's okay. So don't be afraid to just use what you have in your kitchen. I was gonna do some spinach with something, but I'm not feeling too well today. I'm not 100% in terms of my body, so I have to postpone this for today. But another day when I'm doing it, make the spinach with something, you will see. Probably gonna make it into some pizza, something. I don't know. I'll tell you when you will see that video coming whenever time I use that. And then I found a peas at the store that I want to use as well. This is a peas that we grow in another country, but I will talk to you guys about that in a different video. But just stay tuned for that video. It won't come now, can promise you that, but it will. When it comes, I will give you a reminder. Okay, so let me wash my rice to put it in the pot. Yes guys, so this is the rice. So I have a cup in there, because there's a big bag of rice. I have a cup in there. So I'm taking up like a teacup. Let me show you the size, if you can look and see the size of the cup. So I'm gonna put 2 of these, like basically one full like that, and the other one is gonna be about this size. Yeah, this size, and that's it. That's the amount of rice I'm cooking. So now I'm gonna take it to the stove to wash it, and I'll be right back to the. Sorry, not the stove. I'm gonna take it to the sink to wash it and then put it in the pot. I'll be right back. So yes, guys. So now I'm gonna turn the pipe on cold, and I'm gonna wash my rice. You know, I'm in the kitchen. My hand is already clean because I had just seasoned the meat, washed my hands, seasoned the meat. The meat is on the fire. So I'm gonna turn the pipe off for a little bit, and then I'm gonna pour this water out. I wash my rice like 2 to 3 times, depending. You know, people say they wash their rice till it clean. Everybody is different. I wash my rice 2 to 3 times. You know. Yeah, I can see my rice already. So see, and this is just the second time, so I don't have to do a third unless if I want to. You know. I wash it right like this. So yeah, even though you don't see me yet, pick it up, shook it around like this. That's how you wash your rice. Pick it up, shook it like this. Yeah, that's how we wash our rice. You like this, and you rub it together. Yeah. Then turn the pipe off, and then I'm gonna empty that out, guys. Yeah. So I'm draining off the water of my rice. You know, all the water ain't gonna drain out the rice. You know, that's impossible unless you have a strainer. But that's okay. As I said, I'm in my kitchen. I'm using what I got. Ain't gonna thief. I'm using what I got. Yeah. And this is what I have for the ingredients for my meat for today. The pot is bubbling down now. So I guess all the butter and the garlic and the onion powder combined together with the cubes are in there. So I'm gonna pour the rice in there. Yes, guys, and I'm gonna have to pause a second to scrape the rest out. Okay, guys, I'll be back with you. Okay, guys, so I just poured the rice in, and I am just stirring it with you guys. So yes, and my stove is turned down, but right now I need to turn it up a notch. So I put it on 6, which is the last number before high. So I put it on 6, turn it up high to let it come to a boiling point, and when it almost start to when it's boiling and then you see the water start to soak away, then that's when you want to turn the stove down so it can just slowly simmer. Turn it down to like 4 or 3, and then it slowly simmer. I'll get back to you in a few minutes to show you what I mean. And it will slowly simmer down, and that way you don't get your rice saggy. And it depends on how you want your rice. If you want your rice to be saggy, you add more water. If you don't, add less rice. If you want your rice to be shelly, less water. Less, because you can always pour more water. But when you have too much water, you can't pour it. Even when you pour it out, and if you weren't measuring everything, then you can mess your rice up. But less water when you're cooking your rice, and more rice, so you can get a nice decent rice. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna close it, and trust me, this is gonna come out real good, and it's jasmine rice, guys. So yep, I'll be right back to show you. So I'm just gonna put this on here. Yes, some curry get onto my pot head. Let me wipe it off. And guys, always keep a wet rag on your stove when you're cooking, because you never know, anything can happen. There could be flames or anything. Have a wet rag on your stove, clean wet rag, and it's constantly wash it out, bleach it out, and so forth. Okay, but I'll be back. You know, when you're monitoring using the phone to make videos is not easy, but so you gotta learn. You gotta start somewhere. So I'm throwing the onion and the carrots in the pot. So that's it, guys, and then I'm gonna start back the rest, my people. So this is all I have as the ingredients for my carrot tonight, and I don't have no scallion and I don't have no bell pepper, but guess what? Use what you got, people, in your house. You know, you don't have to go out there and say, oh, I don't got this. Use what you got. Trust me, it will taste the same way as before. You ain't gonna notice you missing something out your pot. You know, especially if you're a person who are creative in your kitchen, you ain't gonna remember that, oh, you forgot this or you forgot that. Just cook whatever you got in your house. Cook it. As long as you got the right seasoning to make everything nice and nicely come together, yeah, you're good to go. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna pour some of the water into the pot, and I'll be right back. Just seasoning up the meat, I get some warm water underneath the pipe. And now this is the same water from seasoning up the meat in the bowl I'm gonna use to pour in the pot. So pour with me, guys. Ready, steady, go. All right, guys, there we go, there we go, there we go. So I'm gonna pour all of this, and remember it's curry, so curry gotta be cooked properly. So this gotta cook for a few minutes, you know. And when I mean a few minutes, about 45 to an hour. It could be less than an hour, but because I burned the curry, so it could be say 60 minutes, which is 60 minutes make 1 hour. So we're gonna cook down this together, and then I'll show you. So right now the stove is on low because I was trying to simmer down the meat with its own juice before I start doing this. Now I'm gonna close it, yes, and then I'm gonna turn the stove back up all the way to high, and then midway I will turn it down to make sure everything gets simmering. But what I was doing before, because I had just seasoned up the meat, it didn't get time to marinate. I marinate the meat in the pot by itself by turning it down low. Okay, now let's check the rice. Yes, guys, let's check the rice with me. Yes, there we go. So let's wind him up. Yep, 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 yep. So now I need to turn the stove down now. Turn it down to 3. And I need to whip him around, so I'll be right back with you. Yes, guys, this is what I'm talking about. So when the rice reach to a place where you start to see the rice like this and the water start to dry out, you want to turn the stove down to, I would say, simmer. Where if your stove have simmer on there, let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, okay? So right now my stove is on in between 1 and 2. So right now I'm going to turn it to here, because I turn it this way, it's going to be all the way up. I had it here, but now I don't need it there because it's going to dry the water out and the rice is not going to cook. So what I'm going to do is turn it all the way down. At this stage of the rice, you just turn the stove down all the way to simmer. And if you want, because this jasmine cook real fast, within 15 minutes or so rice done. So I could turn it to 2 for right now, and then close back the pot, and that will cook the rice. And if you could take a good look, you could see that the rice is already cooking, as you can see, and I had just put it in the pot a few minutes ago, you know. So I want to turn this down, right, because the water that is left in the rice now, this is what is going to use to simmer the rice down to perfection. Okay, so you just want to turn it down, simmer it down also. Let's turn it down to simmer. Simmer, right? So now it's on simmer. Simmer. Who got the keys to the beamer? Oh my kitchen got the keys for the beamer right now because I'm cooking, right? So this is what we're gonna do. Let's take a look at the other part and see what's going on. Yes, okay, see? So it's about to start cooking. As you can see, the bubbles, the bubble holes, these little thing looking like froth, those are bubble holes. That's where you're gonna bubble from. So I'll show you in a few minutes. You're making waves, you know, you start cooking from the bottom, okay? So I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. And then my son said he needs some cake, so I had an oven over about 3 years now. I haven't used it. I got it for a Christmas gift and I never used it. Well, at the time where I was living, the space was very small, and you know, I wasn't even interested in, you know, anymore in baking that. But now I'm gonna start doing all of that baking and stuff. But normally I bake from scratch, but this time around sometimes you gotta go shorthand, you know, especially when you have children in the house and it's just you trying to make ends meet, you know. Gotta do what you gotta do out there, you know, whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter who, as long as you have children around you, just gotta do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna bake this yellow cake. Is our favorite. Sometimes, you know what I normally do with these cakes, if I have banana that is ripened, I normally get the banana and put it inside too, squish them up in there, and it would make it into a banana cake. Yes, but one day I will show you the hacks that I do when I use the cake mix with something else. I will show you guys, you know, what I do with playing around with other people's stuff to make it mine. You know, it's life. You know, what work for your taste bud, you know, is what you're gonna work with, you know. If you try something and you like it, go ahead and enjoy it, you know. So we're gonna try the oven today for the first time. It's a small little oven, but we're gonna make it work, you know. As you can see in here, we're gonna make it work. You know, I'm grateful for it, you know. I have the big oven, but I don't really need to use the big oven. So this is it. And let me show you the pans, because I buy a lot of baking thing that I was gonna bake and I was gonna sell and everything, and I never did, you know. A lot for a woman. Yes, guys, so if you can see this box here, this is the baking things I got, and they can fit in there because I already test them already. I bought these and I never used them. I bought them at Target 1 year and I never used them. But guess what? Nothing happened before the time, people. So that's the brand, and I got it at Target a couple years ago, and it was pretty cheap. 4-piece baking set, you know. Yep. So I'm gonna bake the cake today with my son. So my son is gonna be in the kitchen when I'm baking that. You know, it's simple because the instruction is already on there, but you know, it doesn't matter. Bake with your children. What's going on in the meat pot? And as I said, this was some chicken come from the pantry. You know, girl is not afraid to go to the pantry. You know, when things, you know, even if things is not really low, but you know, you never know, and see, come in handy. You know, it come in very handy. These things come in very handy, thanks to all these people out there who are putting food on the table day in, day out for each and every one of us, you know, right across the world, you know. And we just have to learn how to cook it. And if I can show people how I cook food, pantry food, why not? You know, how I put my own twist to it. See, it's bubbling down. So you have a few hours to go. Well, not a few hours, about an hour to go, because all that water gonna get out of it. Because right now it's season, everything gonna taste like it's fresh right now, like it needs something else. But no, let it boil, come to a boil. Okay, when you go all the way down, then you will taste it, and you will taste it. Or you don't have to even taste it, just testing it, just judge how much water is in there, so you will know how many gravy you need, depending on how many people you're feeding to. So you gotta bear that in mind when you're making gravy. You know, you gotta think about the people you're feeding, how many people, because some people like gravy, some people don't, and that's why the rice came in. I misjudged my rice, so I have to take some water from the pipe. I misjudged my rice, not really say misjudged, because it coming perfectly together, but I should have turned it down a little sooner, but I never did. But it's okay. It's okay. You don't really require much water. If you want, you could put file paper over it at the top, and it will steam the top too. Or you just do what I'm doing right here, so that whatever is at the top goes to the bottom, and that way your rice can take its time to cook. You know, this right now don't even need no water. I catch the water, but I didn't have to use it. You know, so. You know, as I said, if you want your rice to be nice and shelly, this is not fully shelly, but I mean, if you want it to be shelly, you use less water, okay? So what I'm doing is even to distribute it back, so that, you know, it can get back to the way it was gonna be formed. So that's all I'm doing. But right now, I was worried that I gonna have to put some water in there, but no. What I gotta do is make sure it's still on simmer. So all I gotta do is make sure that it stays on simmer. And for because jasmine rice is not hard to cook, as you can see. Let me see if I can go down a little closer, and it's almost done. If you can see, normally when a rice is not done, you will see, because they have white spots in there. Rice is already white, but you can see some white spot, and that will tell you that the rice is not done. Okay, but if you turn the stove down low and you realize that you still need some more water from your judgment, if you don't want to add any more water right away, you could if you have a clean plastic bag, you could wash it and stuff it on the inside, or you could get file paper and cover the top of the pot, and then put the lid back on, and then that will steam the top of the rice. Okay, and that way, see, I didn't have to use the water, so thank God. So now I can pour it out. So I'm gonna pour the water back out into the sink. Okay, guys, so that's life in the kitchen. And we have some vegetable we cut up yesterday, and I did not post that video that we made yesterday. I think I posted another video, so I had that video to post as well. And I had so many stuff doing and checking to make sure school is opening and all this. So it's not easy for one person just to be thinking about everything, what you're gonna do with school clothes or whatever, blah blah blah, etc. etc. But anyway, people, we're in the kitchen today and we are cooking up a storm. And you know, as I said, I'm using what's in my house. You know, it's what's here I'm using and making sure that everything is set. Yes, guys, I forgot to put this in the pot. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna pour a few of it in here. Not too much. You don't want too much about.
Alright, can I do it?
Yes, 1 second. So what? 1 second, baby. And this is called pimento. But I found this at a store in Dearborn. What was the name of the store? There was a store there in Dearborn, right beside American Best. There was a store there. I think it called Dollar something. I forgot. They sell pots and pan in there. They have spice in there.
Dollar Tree?
No, baby. This is all the way in Dearborn. I bought this a while back, you know. So now I'm gonna open the pot. Yes. Ooh, look at that steam. And my son wanna do the honor of pouring it. See, you don't have to put much, just a little bit to flavor it. So he's gonna pour it. 1, 2, 3, go! Look, he was a little scared, but he got it in.
No, I wasn't scared. I was so happy that I
move the cover, baby. Put it back on the jar. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna spin him up in there, and you could spin it. That's why we have 2 hands, okay? Because when you're dealing with the stove, make sure your hands are working, both of them. Okay? Yeah. Especially when you're starting off young, alright? Make sure your 2 hands, you can't have a toy in your hand while cooking in the kitchen. So you gotta put the toys away for a second. Because when you're using the stove is dangerous, okay? Dangerous just to look at the stove and just to stand around the stove. So can you imagine if it was the pot and you tilt that spill over and you and burn you up? You know, you gotta be careful, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling the video, I'm sorry. So yes, people, the pot is bubbling and the pimento seed went in, and that's the last thing I'm doing with it. And I'm simmering it down, okay? And let's take a look at, open the pot. Okay, see, people, it's simmering down. And then let me show you the lid, guys. I didn't ever have to add no water. You see it literally steaming by itself. So all you gotta do is turn it down super on SIM, and you got your girl going. Eh? Yes, your girl is cooking. Yes, look at her. Yes, she's cooking up. Yes, you know. And it's a non-stick pot, so I would recommend for persons who don't know how to cook rice or cooking rice, use a non-stick pot, because sometimes you might turn the stove up and forgot that you turned it up and you burned the rice. But with the non-stick, you just give it a brown color at the bottom and you're good to go again, okay? And make sure you put the right amount of butter. You don't have to use salt, just use the ingredients that I used just now and you will be safe cooking your rice. If it's a bigger pot you're using, let's say you're cooking for a family of 5 and it's a bigger pot, use just 4 cube, or you can just use 5 depending. Yeah, 4 would be good. You can use 4, double it. You can use 4, and if you're cooking like a 5-pound rice, because you don't need to have the rice too salty, because if you're cooking gravy meat like what I'm doing right now, that will compensate when you put it on the rice, so you don't have to worry. And people can always add salt and go, but if you don't want to salt your rice, because people do salt the rice, if you don't want to salt the rice, take my foolish advice, get your 2 cubes some garlic powder, some onion powder, and get you some butter. Oh, let me show you the butter I use for my rice. I find it and I like the butter. It's real nice. This is the butter, guys. This is the butter I'm using. Yes, guys. Oh, yes, people. Sit there now, people. Yeah, sit there, people. Yes. People. Rice ready. So I did not have to add any more water, people, as you can clearly see. One day I will measure the amount of water I use in the same pot and I will show you. I just get a measuring cup and show you so you can see the exact amount of water I use. I don't have a measuring cup, I'm just judging right now, you know. But next time when I pour the water, I'll get a measuring cup and measure the water for you. So if you're a beginner cook and you want to learn how to cook rice or anything, I'll measure the from the same pot that I'm using right now, this tiny pot. Close it back for me. Thank you, baby. So from this little pot that I'm using, I will measure the amount of water I put in there, which was from about here when I put the water. That's right here. Yeah, but I will measure it in a measuring cup and tell you exactly the amount of water to put in there. You already, just 2 cubes and garlic powder. Put whatever amount you want in there, depending on you, how much garlic you like. Onion powder, you don't want to put too much, but because the onion powder is just gonna give it a lot of flavor. When you're done, when you finish with this rice can be eaten by itself. You don't even need gravy to eat it. And that's what I like with it, trust me. Yes, guys, and for the vegetable, this evening I'm gonna open a can of sweet peas and a can of corn and some uncut, some cut in petty green beans. And I'm gonna put them together with a little butter, a little bit of sugar, and a little bit of just a little bit of oil to lubricate the pot. I'm gonna make that as a vegetable. I notice when I do it like that, the kids then will eat it. You know, if you just give them random like that, they're not eating it. So just nothing too sweet, just a little blemish of it with some oil, just a little oil to blemish the pot, and a little bit of butter, and some milk, and there you go. You know, but as I said, if you see anything on my channel, or you want to cook rice for the first time and you want some tips or advice on it, put a pot, send me the pot you're cooking from, and I have a few pots here, maybe I could see. Yes, guys, sorry about that. The kids were just fighting over ice cream. Not easy. But yes, guys, this is the rice. So if you want to know if your rice cooked to perfection or cooked to your suit, because everybody different. I'm gonna try it. Give me a second. I'm gonna try it in the middle of my hand belly. You're not supposed to use the fork you're using in the pot. Put it in your mouth. So I'm gonna use it in my hand belly. Yes, guys, the rice hot, but I put it in my hand. Let's try it. Okay. Well, by the time the meat is done, it's on simmer. Everything is curry. This is good. This is good, guys. Take it from me. This rice is good. Alright, don't need to play it. You know, you can get carried away with cooking sometimes, but yeah, this rice don't need nothing more than to just let it cook on its own, okay? Let's check the meat. Oh, the meat is going. Don't need nothing more than to just let it cook. I'm about to use this to cut the cans open and put them in our pot with some butter, milk, and everything. Start on the other side of the stove, okay? Be right back. Yes, guys, so the rice is done, so it's gonna go over here. And now I'm gonna take my other pot up. Ta-da! Here you go. And open. And I'm gonna turn the stove back up to like 5. Yeah, and then I'm gonna put some more oil. Yep. My little chef drawer oil in there. That's it. That's it. You know, because this is a non-stick pot, but it's not like 100% non-stick. You know, I gotta get me some more pots. I gotta get me some more pots. People, if you watch this video, I love pots. Please send me some pots. I'm just kidding. I got some pots here already, but I don't mind. You know, I like cooking, so I gotta get back in the mood of doing what I really love to do. You know, cook, spend time with the kids. And a few minutes ago, they were getting mad at each other, and you could hear me in the video. But these kids they're 2 peas in a pod. They are 2 peas in a pod. So now I'm gonna drain the cans out, guys. I'm gonna drain the can out into the sink. This one is the bean. Drain that out. Yeah, a few dirty dishes in there from the rice, and they eat ice cream just now. I'm gonna drain that out. I'm gonna drain the corn because they don't use the water. These are preservative water. The only water I really use from the can is normally like the pineapple juice, 100%. I need to kind of squeeze it out.
100%.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna drain that out. Babe, can you get me the bottle of milk out the fridge? The gallon of milk bowl bottle, Lord. Different world. Yes, I'm draining out all of this out of it. Yeah. Yep. And then I'm gonna get some milk. Yes, my son is gonna help me hold a jug. Or you wanna hold the cup? And I'm gonna pour some milk. Put the cup down. Put the cup down. Yes, and I'm gonna pour some milk in there. Yes, people. Yes, and that's the amount. Can you put this back in the fridge for me, please? Thank you. This is the butter. So, smart butter. So I'm getting like this amount. And I'm gonna put it with the oil. That's it. See that? There you go. That's what's happening right now. Yep. Using the spoon here. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. And before I pour the milk, what I like to do is start pour my ingredients. So I grab the corn, pour them out. Drop that in the garbage. Grab my beans, pour them out. Drop this in the garbage. That drop on the floor, you could hear that. And get me some green beans, pour them out. Yep. And then I'm gonna mix this together. Yep. And then I gotta get me some sugar now. And I will show you guys the amount of sugar I got. Yep. So you see? Yeah, so I'm gonna make this together. And now my stove, I can put it up on 6 a little bit. And then I'm gonna put some sugar. And then simmer it down, okay? So this is a 1/4 cup of sugar. So that's what I have in here. That's all I'm gonna put, just a 1/4 cup. Yep. And I'm gonna mix that in. And before I pour the milk, I kind of like it simmer down with the butter and everything, you know, kind of get soaked in before I put the milk in there. Yeah, the butter already in there. So that's what I'm doing. And that's with some granulated sugar. So that's what I did, was pour it in there. And I'm mixing it, blending it together now. As you can see, nice and pretty. It'd be nice if you have some bell pepper and if you kind of pretty it up on some carrot, but it's okay. Go again, use what you got, baby girl, and this is good enough, you know. Look a grain, look a roughage in the body for the kids, and the kids are really eating it like this, so sometimes you have to put a little bit of sugar to kind of flavor it for them to eat it. And I notice when I flavor it, they like it, they eat it. So I gotta do what I gotta do to get those, you know, proteins in, dilute them body with some water later, Crystal Punch later. Let's take a look at what's going on with the meat. Let's see what's going on with the meat, people. Let's rinse this right here. Yes, people. Oh, I'm gonna have to rinse this spoon out, but anyway, I'm gonna have to use the same spoon right now. See, it's almost coming down, baby. Look at that. Yes, so sooner or later, yeah, it still have a good amount of water in there, so sooner or later I'm gonna have to turn it down, okay? And then once this done, then I like my meat nice and tender, falling off the bone, baby. Called fall off the bone. When you're done, you can chew the bone up. Even if you don't have no teeth, no gum, anything, you don't have to worry. Call it fall off the bone. When you put it in your mouth, you know. You don't want it to fall too much in the pot, but when you're eating it, it must fall right off in the mouth like, yes! That is it. Yes, so this is what some people, they call those little chicken, little hen. Look at the leg. This is one of the legs. Yes. So that is what I go on the ends right now, okay? The rice is already done over here, so waiting to be, you know, eaten. Yes, my people. Yep. And as I hear this spot, I don't know if you guys could hear it, so I'm going to use the same spoon right now. Not really good to, you know, but whatever. It's home. It's home, baby. When I'm cooking for somebody else, you know, then you have everything put out, you know, everything well ready. It's like working in a restaurant. You have everything well set. Well, Copper said, but home, you can run the rest. It's you know. especially if it was already cooking already, you know, because it talk about cross contamination is very important and all these things, salmonella virus from chicken and all these things. So we gotta be careful. But guess what? The chicken is almost cooked, almost done. Just waiting on the gravy to dry down. Now I'm gonna pour me some milk. Let's get the milk and show you what's up. Okay. So work some magic, and the milk is here. So this amount of milk, and I'm gonna pour it in the pot. Yes, guys. Yes, see there? Ooh, the milk make it look so pretty. Look at that. And you could tell that the butter is in there. You see the butter? You see the flavor, the color of the butter? That yellow butter? Yeah, sunshine. Sunshiny day. Can't see. Close the lip. What time is it? Is it 6 o'clock yet? I guess. We normally say 6 o'clock. That's why you sound like that. Yes, people. So that's what I go on. Now we're going to get the lid and cover the bad boy up. And the bad boy will be ready shortly. So I got the lid right here. Bye-bye. Yes, people. And that bad boy gonna be ready shortly. So I'll be right back. Guys, so what I was saying, now when the pot come all the way down to here, you want to turn it down because you don't want to burn it. So I'm about to turn him down right now. He's right and high because I wanted to get the water out. So now I'm simmering down. We say simmer stage now. You at the simmer stage. So we're gonna put him right there on the simmer stage. Simmer. Oh, got the key for the bema. Okay. Well, oh my, the pot lid got the key right now, cooking down everything that is inside for me to eat and my kids. Okay. And then soon, in a few minutes, it's gonna be time to plate and serve. Guys, let's look at this bad boy. See what is happening with this bad boy right here. Let's look. Oop. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, gotta be careful. Yes, people. Yes, people. See the boy, you know? See the boy, you know? Oh, you know what I forgot to put in here to give him a little favor? A little bit of lemon pepper. That's lemon pepper in here, but I like when I go to the chicken place and buy chicken, I bought some and take and put on my egg and just blemish it with a little bit of lemon pepper. That's it. Yep. Just a little bit. So that's how I buy the lemon pepper if they sell it, and I put it inside. I bring it and use it on my egg, and I don't really use it a lot, but like this, I'll just put a little bit in there. Yes. And just kind of bring the flavor up, you know. That's it. Yes, people, smell good. So guess what? Time to turn the bad boy off. Yes, people, and when you're cooked too, get a long spoon and you can just lay it across the pot like that. Especially a wooden one. But time to serve the food. I'll be right back. But look at this. It's ready like a Freddy. Simmer stage. You don't know when you look at it. Simmer down. Simmer, simmer. Yes, guys. So I brought the pot on the table. Yeah, I'm gonna share the little one first. Yeah. It's the little one. That's the big one. Normally, if they want more rice, they will ask, you know.
Mommy.
And then really,
What's that?
it's rice.
No.
You know? Oh, okay. I like me some.
Mama, what's this?
Hmm?
What's this?
You know what?
No. This.
Yeah.
This.
Hmm.
This.
Yeah. Yes, guys. So I ain't gonna act like I don't know how to eat my rice. I like rice. So let's put what I want in my plate. Don't be afraid when you're sharing your food. Eat what you want. You know? Yeah, so that's it. Right there. And now I'm gonna put this pot back on the stove. I know the kids like their leg and their breast. So I'm just gonna do it like this. Yep. And put it right here. I'll be looking the pot. Get me another leg for each child. Yeah. So me find another big leg. I'll find one. Then some chicken. I'll make sure they have chicken. No bone. They don't like no bone. Yep. I'll be right back. Yep. Let's get them some carrots. They don't like carrot that much in their food, so just want 2 on there. And then get them something else. Guys, so I'm using this spoon right here. Spoon right here. Catch it so you can drain it off, you know. You drain them off. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Right there. Yep. That's one. That's me. Yep, Sky, that's it. Right there. That's one of them meal and that's the other one dinner. So let me know you like it, and then I'm gonna put some gravy. This is the amount of gravy, so gravy nice and rich. So that's the amount of gravy, and I'm gonna pour it in both of them plates. This is the gravy, and the baby don't like his gravy and his rice, so I have to pour it like that. And this is a big one. I can pour his and his rice because he don't mind. But the baby, no, he don't want the gravy on this food. Yes, guys, so that's their dinner. Dinner is served. He just like his rice like that. So you see why I have to make sure the rice tastes good. So yes, people, I'm a wing lady, so I get me some wing out the pot and stuff. So now I'm gonna finish deal with it. Now put the vegetable on there. Yes, guys. So this is some Gatorade we're drinking this evening. Gatorade. Yeah. Yep. And meal is served, dinner is served. Just gotta go get me a fork. I give the kids spoons so they can be able to manage right now. The big one go ask for a fork anyhow. He likes to eat with his fork. People, so this is our food today, okay? It's a big one food right there. And that's a baby food right there. And I'm gonna taste the chicken because, to be honest, I have a taste it to know if it's salty, fresh, or anything. I just cook the way I normally cook. Oh, they like to do cheers. Cheers. 1 second.
Cheers, everybody.
Come on, cheers. 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 Yes, they like to. Okay, they like to hear this the cup snap. Yes, so let's test it and see. Get your piece of paper towel, Amir. The rice is good. Let me try the chicken. Rice good, Amir? Okay. All right. Let me taste the gravy, the chicken, and a little bit of the gravy with the vegetable. See.
I know, mommy.
Yeah, I gotta let them know about the light. Guys, this is good. I'm not, what do you call it? I'm not bullshitting. This is good. The gravy with the corn and stuff. You guys need to try. And if you do the rice the way I show you, you're good. So anyway, guys, I'm going to enjoy my meal with my children. And hope you guys like this. If you want to try it, no problem. If you want to see all the seasoning that I use, I can do a video of that again to show you the seasoning I use regularly. Doesn't matter what. I have season for steak, so. But this is really good, guys.
Well, what kind of juice is this?
This is called Gatorade. You don't like Gatorade?
And it's actually what kind of juice is it? Look at my green and yours purple and mine's orange.
Oh, good job. You were nosing. Oh. Proud of you. You gotta make sure you pay attention to what's going down your stomach. Give me a high five for that, boy. That's what we talk about. You pay attention. All right, the baby fighting with the carrot. Look at it. Okay. Ta-da. Okay. He don't eat his carrot. He keep it on his side. All right, guys. I'm going to finish eat. And it was good. If you want to try it, go ahead. Don't be afraid.
And smash that like and don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe to Mommy channel.
And subscribe and smash that like.
Oh, so much that like. Say it. I like the way you say it.
Smash that like.
Like button.
Like button.
Thank you, guys. Say subscribe.
No.
The baby said no. Hey, baby, say I'm eating. I have no time for that. What happened? Can't you say please subscribe to mommy channel?
No, subscribe. Oh,
Let's try it again. Please subscribe to mommy channel.
okay.
Say it.
Button it.
Say it again. Say please. Say please. Say please.
Mommy, I'll button it.
Say please subscribe.
Mommy,
You-
you.
Oh, he's not interested. All right. Bye, people. Love you all. Bye. And to all my people who subscribe to my channel already, I know it's not big, but guess what? I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I see you guys. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for the love and support. And for everybody who view my videos, please give the videos a like, a comment, share, something. Anything resonate with you, go ahead and like it. Comment if you want or anything. It's okay. It's free of charge. So, love you guys. And I see the Queen family in a few. Bye-bye.